Hey friends, it's your boy BigTCGFan coming at you with another video, and today we are going to continue our series for Force of Will Alice Origin 2. In this series I'm going to be opening a case, 2 starters, then making a deck, and then finally myself and Midnight's Adventure will throw down. I decided to keep the super rares here so that we can see where we're at as we go along. So let's go ahead and just get right into this because we got a lot to open and only so much time to open it all in. I really try to keep my videos around 10 minutes, but when you're opening up multiple boxes, it tends to take a little longer than you normally would expect. So there's your Machina ruler. Let's scoot all this back a little bit here. Give me a little more space to work with, I guess you could say. Let's do this. All right. So yeah, I wish they would have done different. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love this artwork, but I wish they would have done multiple artworks for the boosters, but they didn't. Which really isn't a surprise, you know. I think they're trying to save money any way that they can. Let's see, get you on camera here. There you go. Let's scoot you a little bit there so you guys can see it a little better. I got my camera on a stand here, and sometimes I'll bump it, or not purposefully, obviously, but you know how it is. It's life. I like the Memoria because it really allows you to get copies of cards that you don't have a lot of. Nice. All right. Sadly, they got rid of the Uber cards. I wish they would not have. I loved the Ubers. Just a chance to get an Uber card, which are like this. The Uber cards are like this card, but like it's all black and silver, and then like the main colors, they would be like highlighted somewhere in the artwork. But they only did it for the J rulers. Super rare. But now they made it so that there's Uber cards, but only for people who go to their Grand Prix, which is kind of a pain. Like, they're having one this weekend, today, the 22nd. But unfortunately, you know, I can't just leave work and go to these things. Nice. So I'm hoping, though, because I'm going to be moving here in a bit, moving to Europe, hopefully. So when I go, I'll be able to go to the Germany one, be able to plan it out. Oh, look at that. Super rare, full art. Super Beast Burning Rush. Sword art. It'll be interesting to see how they did with Priscia, because it's funny because the last time they printed Priscia, she was like so overpowered they ended up having to banhammer her. It's really funny with them because sometimes they do that. And when they do that, though, a nice Wanderer. When they do, that's the first one of those I've gotten. When they do that, they end up like pissing off chunks of the community that play this game, because what ends up happening is when you play this game, you end up having your favorite rulers that you like versus the others. And so when you can't play your ruler, people get upset about that because they like to be able to play their favorite character. You know what I mean? They used to do like a backstory for all this game, but they stopped doing that. As far as I'm aware, they don't have any more lore going on, which is unfortunate, but it's what happens when you're trying to save money. I am worried about this game. Nice Sprout Treasure Tree Stranger card, because the fact that they are trying to crimp and save hurts them. You know, luckily for them, they get people like me who buy a whole case, and that hopefully helps some. You know what I mean? Bam. Another super rare. Secret Hot Springs of Sisay, an edition. Nice. Hopefully I get enough of those, because what we'll probably do is, obviously, we'll do a Gorgon deck for Valentina, and we'll do a beast, or the four beasts. The 4 sacred beasts. I got 3 of them in one booster box for Priscia. And then we'll do a machine deck, obviously, for Machina. Then I'll just let Midnight's Adventure say, this is the one I want to play. And pick up my pace a little bit here so you guys aren't watching me open packs all day long. Nice, that's a real fun card. Cool. Should be interesting. I'm predicting he'll pick machines, but we'll see. We'll see if I'm right, because sometimes he throws me off. He's very sneaky. Oh, this card was stupid powerful. I think it's banned in most everything. See, there's some Belgian support. I try to mix it up a little bit. Give everybody a go with support. You just gotta be careful, because, like, you know, you don't want to give too much support to one side and not the other, you know? There we go. Super rare. Somewhere in here in one of these booster boxes will be a God Pack, which is pretty much just something what they did beforehand. So they'd have a whole booster pack with all foil super rares. So, boy, tons of beasts, huh? Boom. Nice. And there we go. I think I had that one already. That's the one thing with the strangers, is you only need one of. So I imagine that'll hurt the market for trading, but there's not really much of a market for trading or selling these cards. So few maintain their value, you know? It's really unfortunate that this game didn't pop off permanently. As the makers of the game's fault, they kept making significant missteps. From the Regalia, the initial release of the Regalia was a hot mess. And they also had an issue with Reflect Refrain. And then, oh, here we go. Nice. And then you got Shirzad, the second with the Stories deck. I really think that one was the one that's really hurt the game, because it was so bad that everybody, either you play Shirzad or you play nothing. You know what I mean? And it's not a lot of fun when, especially in a game like I said, where the players all have their own personal favorite characters, you know? You're like, I like Little Red. And you're like, well, sorry, you can play Little Red, but you're just going to get smoked every game by the 30 Shirzad players out there. You know what I mean? But back in the Grim block, which was the first block that was released in America, it was kind of like a game of rock, paper, scissors. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a guaranteed win that you were guaranteed to beat. Look at that. She's not even legal anywhere, and that they still printed the will coin for her. Nice. He's probably the one that's going to make the 4 Sacred Beasts. It's real awesome. But they made it so you had Abdul, and what he would jack people's creature abilities. So you make a mono black, or you can do green black or blue black control deck with him. And then you had, nice, look at that, busty lass. Then you had Shirzad, which was green, nice. It was a green control deck, but you obviously in these decks you can add multiple colors if you want, and since we had the dual stones, that made it quite easy to do. Like my Shirzad deck was green, black, red. And then you had Grim, which was a fairy tale creature deck. It was a lot of fun to play, but I played Shirzad pretty exclusively, so it was good. All right, so let's bust through these bad boys here. And these booster packs are a little more challenging to open than I would prefer. It's not like people are lining up to steal them. Sadly enough. I like that. That's the thing that kills me. Like, this artwork is very pretty, you know. And the game, when you actually get to play it, is a lot of fun, because it's basically like Magic the Gathering's Commander, but with their own little twists on it that make it different, you know. Another super rare there. Awesome. We're getting them here. We're getting them. So we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully we get enough of everything. We're getting there. Slowly chipping away, booster pack after booster pack. Getting all the cards we need. Boom, rare. Those super rare. Nice. I think I got 3 of those already. There's a couple though I only have 1 of, which is unfortunate since I'm closing in on halfway through. I'm really hoping I get copies of everything. But if I don't, I'm sure I'll be able to trade for what I'm missing. Nice. There we go. Much needed. I'm interested to see what they're going to do because they have the, is that the moon? Yeah. And yet there's not really anything that produces moon that I'm aware of yet. So I imagine that's something down the road we're about to see. Should be a lot of fun. Bam. I'm going to need a couple more of those mermaid summoning cards. There we go. I now have, oh, look at that. How awesome is that, huh? We'll see. Boop. All right, as we keep going here. Nice frig. Yeah, I don't know. I personally, oh, nice. With the Memoria, I just have a big pile of them. I don't use them for any decks. I could, I guess. And I have a set that I have sleeved, or not sleeved, but, you know, binders. Nice. This card, I'm going to have to get 4 of these for my Valentina deck, I think. Yeah, need those, huh? Definitely. I like the artwork on it, too. It looks pretty cool. The other one, it was like the Lancelot. It's kind of swinging it. Gale Force. Oh, yeah, there we go. Much needed. I think I have 3 of those now. One of them's full art. No, maybe not. We'll see what happens, huh? Flame of the Outer World. I loved this card. It was one of the first version cards that had players cannot chase this card. I would use it with my Shirzad control deck to be like a Caller of Gorgons. Oh, nice. Oh, we might need that for the Val deck. But it's one of the few cards that they really let you do a finisher, because a lot of times people, especially when they first released the Regalia, I was still rolling with Shirzad, and everyone else was playing like a Blazer. It was this brief period when they released the Regalia in like a starter deck before they wouldn't release them all at once. They released the starter deck as kind of like a preview of what's going to happen. And when they did that, there was no answer to these Regalia. So what would happen is everyone was playing Blazer because it was insanely fast. Super rare. Nice. I love the artwork, man. That's full art. Look at that. They saved a lot of money on their artwork by reusing the artwork. But yeah, so everyone would play that. But what I would do is like a guy would go to play Blazer, right? And like I'd block with a ruck, and then boom, finisher. And you can't chase, so they couldn't tap the Regalia to save his butt. Oh, nice. Super rare. Don't cheat. That's the first time I've... Oh, nice. Seen that. Okay, look at that. There's another one of the beasts. That's cool. So you'll be able to dig out your beasts and Gorgons and stuff from the Seven Kings set. And really rock it with the foil chromed out stamped cards. So that's good. We'll see what happens. It'll be fun to see how everyone does it, because you know they let you go out there and just do all sorts of stuff. Nice, Levantine. I want some of this. I think this stranger right here is gonna make it into every single deck. So it's 0 to cast. You just gain 1,000 life and you draw a card. It's like you literally lose nothing for playing that card. And it's just 1,000 life. That's like 1/4 your life. I think in Magic the Gathering, they would straight ban a card like that. I mean, obviously, you wouldn't be able to let it be in main deck. And I think that's kind of how they're nice. How they neutralized it a little bit for this game is they made it so it's a stranger, which means you're only going to have one in the whole entire thing in your random. Oh, look at that. Looks like our God pack, huh? Look at, started right away with a foil super rare. There's Freya, Determination of Machine Lord, Don't Cheat, Maribella's Recycling Robot, Sprout of the Treasure Tree, Secret Duel in the Moonlight, Awakening of Ambition, Kronos the Master of Labyrinth, Huang Long, and Forbidden Summoning. Look at that. God packs. Love it. And the fun part is it's such a surprise. Now, like I said, though, I mean, it's really cool. It's like, oh, you know, but when you open a case, you're like, oh, I got all these cards already. So that's like one thing I wish they would bring back is the Ubers. Like I said, it would be a, it's a foiled out, black and silvered, but then that splashes in the colors of your ruler. It's a ruler card. And it's just, they're just really cool. And you like see that and you're like, oh, it's so awesome. You know what I mean? And it really stands out. Cool, I need that. So imagine if I'd pulled one of those, like if I pulled an Uber Valentina. Right now, the only thing close to that is that when you win a tournament, you can get a gold version of some of these rulers, which is pretty cool, but I don't really get to play in too many of them. In fact, I'd never get into. Nice. All right, so there you go. We got a God pack. Pretty sweet. So there you go. So this concludes my video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, share if you can. Peace out.